Thailand has started to become a massive popular tourist destination for a lot of people, especially in the western side of the world. And in this video, I'm going to break down a monthly cost that I think you were going to need if you're coming to Thailand to travel for a month. Now, I'm just going to cut out loads of the bullshit. I'm not going to give you all the fluffy stuff that all these other YouTubers do. I'm just going to get to the point, tell you exactly how it is and tell you how much you should be bringing if you are coming to Thailand. I've currently been living here for 2 to 3 months. I've been living in Koh Samui for 2 months. If you don't know what Koh Samui is, it's basically an island south of Thailand. It's to be fair, it's one of the most expensive islands here, I won't lie, other than Phuket, but you can live cheap here. You can live cheap anywhere in Thailand. And this video is for the average tourist, the average backpacker, not the average person who wants to live here long term. Of course, if you want to live here long term, everything I say in this video is going to be a little bit cheaper because you're probably not going to be doing all the tourist things. You're probably not going to be staying at the nice hotels. You're going to probably have long-term leases on wherever you stay in, apartments, houses, whatever it is. So your price will be down drastically. So your first expense when coming to Thailand is obviously your flights. Now, I'm not going to tell you what kind of I spent on my flights. It doesn't really matter. We're all from different parts of the world. Sorry, we all live in different places of the world. You know what I mean? All of our flights are going to be different. How you get to Thailand is up to you, and I'm not going to budget it in this video. So at the end of the video, at the final price, make sure you add your flights on top of that budget. And also a good thing to keep in mind as I go through this video is that this is for a single person. This is for, like I just said, a solo backpacker. If you are coming as a pair, if you're coming as a couple, maybe it's you and your best mate or whatever, then prices will probably be a bit cheaper because you can go half some accommodation and things like this. Right, so talking about accommodation, let's get onto your first expense, which is what I've got down as accommodation. This is going to range so much. Maybe you might want to treat yourself 1 week. Maybe you might want to stay in a nicer place. You might be fed up of hostels, or maybe you are on a real strict budget and you just want to stay in hostels. Then it's going to be perfect for you because you can get really cheap hostels here in Thailand. I reckon you should be budgeting about £15 on average a night. That's including if you want to stay cheap, you might stay a week in some kind of £5 places, or you might go a bit spendy 1 week and spend £30 on a hotel. Do you know what I mean? Depends on your preference, but on average, I reckon £15 a week. So for a month in Thailand, accommodation, you're probably going to look to spend about £450, give or take. Now, the next thing you want to look at, and this is something that a lot of people tend to forget about, this is something that not a lot of people think about, and that is traveling. Now, believe it or not, a lot of people that come to Thailand, and you're probably the same, if you're coming here, you're not just going to stay in one place for a long period of time. You're traveling, do you know what I mean? You're going to be going here and there. You're going to be getting boats to different islands. You're going to be getting sleeper trains. You're going to be getting domestic flights if you have to do border runs, or you have to, I don't know, maybe you're in Thailand and you want to go and see Vietnam. Now, I think on average, you're probably going to spend between £50 and £100 on this, because you can get boats for cheap in Thailand. If you go on island hopping, you can get cheap boats. It's not like, that's not a lie, but then you've got to think of if you want to get domestic flights, if you want to get flights here and there. Flights are obviously going to be more expensive. If you're going to get flights and you want to do you don't want to get boats, you just want to do flights, I'd reckon budget between £300 and £400. But if you're just doing boats and sleeper trains and you're trying to do it cheap, I reckon £50 to £100. Now, your next expense, and probably one of your biggest expenses, is going to be food and drink. And I'm not going to talk about alcohol in this section. That's going to be the next section. So standard food and drink, you're probably looking to spend between £5 and £25 a day, guys. I can't lie, it depends. Like, if you want to eat Thai food, a lot of people say you can eat cheap in Thailand and you can eat Thai food. That is 100% true. You can eat Thai food in Thailand every day if you wanted to. But let me tell you from experience, it gets boring, it gets sickly. Sometimes you might want a pizza, sometimes you might want a burger, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you might want them things that you crave that are in your Western kind of country where you come from. So let's say food and drink on average, you're spending about £15 a day, which is going to come to £450 for the whole month. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is how much you spend on alcohol. Now, this is going to depend on everybody so much differently. If you're like me, I drink maybe once a week, even if that. I even contemplate drinking once a week, I won't lie, guys. But if you're coming traveling, I won't lie, the average backpacker, the average person that comes traveling, they're going out 5 days a night minimum. Because realistically, if you're traveling around here, what else is there to do like on the night time? Do you know what I mean? What else are you going to do? You're going to go for food, and then are you going to go back to your hotel and just stay in your room all night? Probably not. But if you're like me, I come out here to work. Do you know what I mean? I come out here to self-improve. I come out here to to become the best version of myself. So I'm not really drinking that much. I'd say the average beer in Thailand is going to be about £2, depending where you are in the country, obviously. And the average cocktail is going to set you back probably £2 to £5, maybe even more at different places and at restaurants and things like this. If I go out on a night out, I'm probably spending roughly about £20. Now, times this by 5, and that's £100. So if you got 5 nights a week and you spend £20 a night, it's £100 for the week and then £400 for the month. I reckon if you are a big drinker and you're coming to Thailand, then a lot of your money will be going on, a lot of your budget will be going on alcohol. If you can restrict alcohol and if you can take it out of your budget and you don't want to drink that much, then you can bring your monthly price down drastically. The next thing we're going to talk about is activities. Now, these can be anything like boat trips, days out, tourist trips, you know what I mean? It can be anything, water sports, all the kind of fun things that you'll do as a tourist. Maybe you want to go and feed the elephants. Maybe you want to go and see the tigers, you know what I mean? Maybe you want to go to a dolphin show or something, or you want to go to a different island and explore the wildlife and the sea life at a different island. Everywhere you go in Thailand, you'll see these dotted about, these little tourist places, these little tourist shops, and you can haggle the prices down, but realistically, if you've got a budget, then just, you know what I mean? You come from the western side of the world, you've probably got a lot more money than the average Thai, so if I was you, it's not really worth haggling down like £2-3, you know what I mean? Now, if I was you, honestly, I'd probably budget about £400 a month for these activities, because you're going to be up and down the country, you're going to be everywhere, every new place you're going to go, there's going to be something else for you to do, do you know what I mean? There's going to be something new for you to do, so you're going to feel like you've got to do loads of things, probably even more than £400. It depends on how much you actually want to do as a tourist, because believe it or not, once you start doing these things, they will add up, guys, and it will add up very, very fast. The next thing that you're going to be doing when you're traveling is doing your laundry. Unless you're coming and you've got a month's worth of clothes in your suitcase, which I highly doubt, you're going to want to do laundry. Now, laundry is very cheap here in Thailand. I'll give it that. It is very cheap. You can get your laundry done for like £1.50 a day, a week, sorry, if you get it done every week like me. So £1.50 a week, times that by 4, it's £6. £6 for the month, it's nothing really, is it? Also, you need to think about a motorbike as well, guys, because motorbikes here in Thailand are very good, and they can get you to places where you wouldn't normally be able to get to, and they can save you a lot of money, because literally I've had it before where like I've got my own bikes, you know what I mean? So I can go like to the waterfalls, I can go to these different places. If you come as a tourist, you're probably not going to have your own bike, which means you're going to have to get tour guides, which means you're going to have to spend more money for transport. So just get your own bike, £2 a day. Let's say on average you go on a bike 15 times in the whole month, half of the month, because maybe you're traveling and doing bits throughout the other month. That's £30 for the whole month. It's nothing. So one little tip, if you are coming and you do want to save a bit of money, is maybe just rent a bike, and instead of going like on a tour guide to go and see the 2 waterfalls, 3 waterfalls, just get your bike and put it in your Google Maps and just go for yourself. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to follow a tour guide, you don't have to pay 5 times the amount of money, and you can kind of leave whenever you want and go whenever you want. Now, the last thing you're going to want to think about is the miscellaneous stuff, the things that are kind of, you know, your toothpastes, or should I say toothpastes, but people take the piss out of me for you guys that don't know what I mean. The people take the piss out of me when I say toothpaste, but toothpaste, obviously deodorant, all these different kind of things, your kind of commodities. I reckon for the month, maybe budget £30 for these. You know what I mean? It's not really that much. You'll probably spend more. Think about like your snacks as well of a night time, chocolate crisps and all that stuff. You're going to be in 7-Eleven a lot if you come to Thailand, put it that way. So as you can see on the screen, guys, we've got a grand total of £1,866. Now, if I was you, I'd round this up to £2,000. Obviously, convert it to your own currency, euros, Danish crowns, whatever country you're coming to Thailand from, then convert it into that. But I reckon 2,000 British pounds, Great British pounds, will get you very far in Thailand, and you will have an amazing time. Don't get me wrong, people say you can live in Thailand for £1,000 a month, but these are people that are living here, remember. These are the people that are getting accommodation for dirt cheap because they're signing 6 months, 12-month contracts, you know what I mean? These are people who go to local food markets, who have good relationships with the Thai locals, so they might get cheaper food. So always think about that when you think about Thailand. Like now, if I was coming back just to travel, personally, I'd bring £2,000 a month. That's what I'd budget. I'd budget £2,000 a month. I know I probably wouldn't even spend all that, and it's just nice. It's just nice, a nice, comfortable amount, because there'll be extras in it. Some people might spend more on gifts for people back home. Some people might spend more on alcohol. Some people may spend less on alcohol. Some people may spend more on food. All these different things that you need to think about. So this is a very average and very rough guideline. I hope this video has helped you out a lot. If it has, let me know in the comments. If you are going to Thailand, let me know in the comments as well, man, because I might be here at the same time. Do you know what I mean? We can link up and whatnot. Any creators out there, anyone that wants to start making content, anyone that wants to like get involved in self-improvement, do you know what I mean? Grow your personal brand, get in the best shape possible. And that's why really I come to Thailand. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I come to Thailand to get my mind right. I come to Thailand to get focused. I didn't come here to kind of travel and see all the different things, and do you know what I mean? I come to Thailand to kind of reinvent myself as a person, but that's my own personal story. If you like my story, if you like me, maybe drop me a like, drop me a subscribe to the channel, sorry. And yeah, let me know in the comments what other videos you guys like to see, because a lot of people have been getting on to me about this. Obviously, I've got experience now in Thailand, so I can answer any other questions about Thailand. And yes, guys, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.